Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I am creating a project for Craftangles, and here what I'm using is their acrylic base coasters. So they come in circle as well as square, and that's a look at the square coasters. And I am going to be using these along with the newly launched transfer sheets. So if you've seen my unboxing video on the Craftangles channel, they have come up with a variety of transferred sheets, and this I think is a really great way of adding an element, a focal element to any project. So I will be using the gentleman 1 and creating a set of masculine coasters. So here what I've already done is I've prepped my coaster. So they come with a brown backing on both sides, and I've just peeled that off, and I have used the Craftangles clear gesso with a sponge dauber and gently primed my acrylic base. So I have gently added a coat of gesso, and you can see that texture because I wanted a frosty look onto my coasters. So I have added a layer of that which primes my surface for any medium. Now to add my colors, what I decided to use was liquid acrylics because they are kind of translucent and they maintain the transparency of this acrylic coaster, yet give me a tinge of color that I would really like for this project. So I'm going a little on the vintage side, keeping in mind the masculine theme, and I'm directly going to be adding dots of paint and working in with a sponge and blending a few colors just to create a background. And that gives me a nice tinted colored background that can become my base for my coaster. So now with my color dry, time to add the transferred sheet. So here I have cut out my design just as close as possible to the design from the transfer sheet, and all we got to do is remove the transparent backing and stick this down starting from one side, ensuring there are no air bubbles. And gently I'm going to smoothen it and press it out. And here I just have a cup of water and my sponge dauber. So I'm just going to press it nicely, smoothing it out. And I don't need to wet my sponge too much, just a little bit, just for it to be moist, and start dabbing on my design here. And I'm also using the dry side of my sponge just to sort of spread that excess water that I might have. I just let it sit there for a moment, let the water react. Now time to peel it off. Some people prefer sliding it out, but I prefer peeling it off from the edge. That's just how it works easily for me. And I'm gently going to peel that backing paper off. And I will set this aside and let it dry naturally. And that's it. I'm going to come back and show you once it's dry, because after that we're going to be adding a layer of liquid glaze and then leave it to dry and our coasters are going to be complete. And like I said, for my last step, all I need to do is use the Craftangel's liquid glaze and add a nice layer which will act as a varnish and protect my coaster. I generally like to just use a very thin coat, and that's what I've done. And that's it. I will set this aside to dry and come back to show you the final look. That's a look at my completed coaster with that nice glaze on top, and I quite like how it's looking. Now I'm just going to remove my backing from the back of this to show you how it looks being a little translucent and the kind of lovely effect that it gives. That's a look at it from the back, and I really love that translucent effect. And that's the front of it. Something very quirky, something very unique. And I have already made a few more while I was at it. So I have a set of 4 masculine coasters ready to be gifted or used at home. And my brother loved them the way they are, and he thought they would make a cool decor piece just placed on the wall. So again, depends on how you like it and how you want to use it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this quick short tutorial today. Until the next time, take care and bye-bye.